What's going on, Paisanos? V here, coming at you, well, with another market watch today. Before I begin, I just want to say, I personally like the best of the best of the best. I like the highest rarity cards, I like the nicest sleeves, the nicest deck box, and of course, the nicest field center. And if you want to get yours, go to smarttc.com, links will be down below. You can save 10% over Paisano10, promo code. The only one that's left, though, is the limited edition Kaiba Corp Smart Field Center, the mirror finish one. Once this is gone, there are some new ones in the works, but right now the Crush Card one's gone, the Gagari prototype is gone, and the last one is the limited edition Kaiba Corp Field Center. Get it before it is gone completely. The thing about card play is a little fun fact. When I used to own a card store, this will always happen. If I had all the color sleeves minus one color, pick a color, any color, literally any color. We'll say orange. Someone walk in and go, "Oh, I see you got those sleeves. You guys, oh, I would have bought orange if we had it." And that's the thing I think that's going to happen with this Kaiba Corp Field Center. The minute it's gone, you're going to get everyone going, "Oh, I would have bought it if you had it." I will say, though, there are new field centers being worked on. These are smart field centers that are programmable. Check my last video out in case you want to see how to program it. It's 1, 2, 3, really easy. And you can program it to any app on your phone. Now, looking into the market, Illusion of Chaos obviously is the breakout card at a Battle of Chaos. This card tanked, realistically tanked, and now it's starting to go back up in value. The price of Illusion of Chaos from a verifiable seller starts at roughly around $45. After that one sold, it goes to $47 for Illusion of Chaos. It's a card used in 60 card pile decks. It lets you get Mission Souls. It puts stuff back in the deck. Mission Soul sends. It's a one-core Mission Souls engine that's going to allow you to get good value. Then we have Strikers. And hold on a second. No. And then we have Strikers, obviously being a deck that broke through this weekend. We all knew it was going to do it for anyone watching my videos. To everybody else, a shocker. Sky Strikers is insanely good, and the prices are now reflecting that. Widow Anchor, once again, original print of 27, so you get the Secret Rare Battle Legend Here's Revenge at 19s. It's all value. The token is $10 a copy, which is lunacy. Absolute lunacy. You look over here, you can see right here, actually, the real price is roughly around $13 a copy for a token. It's a great artwork, great token, by the way. All right, so let's address Forbidden Droplet. Let's just throw it out there. What deck you're playing? Joking, nobody cares. You need 3 Forbidden Droplet. That's the answer everyone's saying to everybody. And to the price, to the point right now with the price, where if you have Rise of Legends or Rise of the Duelist, you're looking to play minimal per copy $115 for Forbidden Droplet. You want an ulti? No big deal. Friend prices, of course. You get as low as $290 a copy for one card. This was crazy, and this almost feels like, this happens all the meta. I think if you're a Yu-Gi-Oh play at season, there's always one card that's crazy. Before we had Forbidden Droplet, we had Phantasme, that also held at $120 price point range. And this happened with Forbidden Droplet. No doubt in my mind, this card ultimately will be going down in value. It'll get a reprint. If I had to argue, it would be super rare, easy to get, and the price of this card will go down even more so in value. The only card that kind of stays up and maintains a good value is always a Ritual Print Secret Rare if there's no higher rarity, or in this case, Ultimate Rare Droplet. Don't get me wrong though, if you have Ulti Droplets, I'm not saying the price is going to soar through the moon. It will still go down in value, but it will still maintain a good price point throughout. Now, Dimension Fusion is a card, I really wish Konami reprinted. There's a lot of cards in GOAT format that have not gotten good reprints. And Dimension Fusion at Invention of Chaos or Dark Version 2, whatever one you want, is worth a lot of money. You see over here being roughly around $25, and then you go, okay, cool, if I'm playing GOATs, I want to get first edition, I want to get Lightly Played, and then you realize this card's $75. You want Unlimited? No big deal. Unlimited version is going to run you roughly around $30 a copy. So yeah, $25... No, that's not even close. But if you do want Dark Relation Volume 2 version, no big deal. Once again, you're still looking to pay roughly around, there's a copy here for $30, and then it goes to $40 for each copy of Dimension Fusion. Once again, needed in GOATs. Do you have it? No? Cool. It's needed. Lava Golem has been a great tech card, and I gotta say, one of my favorite things watching is a player getting Psy, having an artifact, size set with a DPE on board, and your opponent looks over and just goes, Lava Golem. because you're trying to get extra value from your DPE by popping your little sign, one of my cards, and I just give you the Fat L, aka Lava Golem. Lava Golem is probably one of the best surprise cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! As to date, because everybody always gets caught off guard. Everybody goes, oh, can I change that tribute summon? No, you could get tributed to the tribute summon. And that's exactly what Lava Golem does. If you want the original print version, by the way, I had it for Pharaonic Guardian. Great set. It's going to bring in some money. It's roughly around $55. Now, if you want unlimited, it's a little bit cheaper, starting roughly around $15. No big deal. Lava Golem has a bunch of versions, and there's no wrong answers. I mean, it has a lot of, like, Dual Terminal 3, which currently is so out of stock, but it was a good answer for a good while. And then you got a bunch of other versions over here. So, I mean, it's easy to get. That's what I'm trying to point at. But yeah, Lava Golem's pretty nice. Injection Fairy Lily, a.k.a. the first waifu ever. Someone will argue Dark Magician Girl. Yeah, but you don't understand. I'm not sure if anyone's old enough like I was when Injection Fairy Lily was out. It was out at a very unique time in Yu-Gi-Oh! You see, Yu-Gi-Oh! Had 24 count booster boxes like we have today, and there were 36 count booster boxes in which you can have a chance, not guarantee, a chance to get a bonus secret rare Injection Fairy Lily. Seriously, that's how it worked. It was insane. This card, Legacy of Darkness First Edition, is obviously worth more money. You're going to let you play near mint First Edition, $75 starting. Just know that this card will rise even higher in price point. But if you want an unlimited version, it's only $16. Also, that's still going to rise as well. I'm just throwing it out there. This card is super duper undervalued as a version of itself because it was so insanely hard to find. If you get your hands on your copies, good for you. Well, it's unlimited, no big deal. Or it's First Edition, good for you. Either way, you got a copy of history. I mean, seriously, this card is history. It's very unique how this card is. Secret is now attained through 24 count boxes, and that's basically it. So, the Winged Dragon of Ra Spirit mode is seeing play in the OCG. Now, the Circuit Breaker for Super Rare is roughly around $8. The original print, Duelist Pack Battle City, that's version is roughly around $20. And if you want an Ultra Rare still out of the Dual Power, which is the one I personally own, it's roughly around $12 to $13. Now, yes, you could say, well, V, why don't I get the original print one? Because they're exactly the same card from the Ultra Rare. Seriously, there's almost no difference besides a little text and lettering. Other than that, they're the exact same card. So let me present this to you. If I gave you a Starlight, and I had another Starlight, but then one has a little bit of change in the text where it's the actual set number, would it be much of a difference of a Starlight? No. My argument for this card is, personally, if you own both any Ultra Rare, it's exactly the same card. Like, Konami didn't really change much besides that little text at the bottom left, and I think the Duelist Pack Battle City one is a little bit brighter, if you can tell. What I'm trying to say is, Winged Dragon of Ra Spirit mode overall, though, isn't much of a difference of a card, but it's still a really good card that will be used in the future. Think about it. Think about every board in the game right now if you was to go second. Every board, you go second. Alright? Let's think about Phantom Knights. Yep, they definitely put 3 monsters on board, so that's good for Phantom Knights. Let's think about any deck that plays Brave. They're gonna go Brave Engine plus a monster. Alright, cool. Spirit Mode's live. Like, that's insane. This card is so undervalued right now, it's almost hilarious to think that nobody has caught on to it yet, except in the OCG. When Albats comes out, trust me, they're gonna put at least 3 on board. This card's gonna be useful as well. Spirit Mode is such a sleeper card, it's almost blown my mind how nobody's caught on the fact that this card's insane. Fossilon Pachycephalo. Say that name 3 times. Fossilon Pachycephalo, Fossilon Pachycephalo, Fossilon Pachycephalo. Say it again even faster. Is a really great card that's used throughout Yu-Gi-Oh's history. This card, Light Destruction Secret Rare, once again, first edition version of the card, roughly around $63. And that might seem, really high, but it's not for a card that's been out since Light of Destruction. This set has been around forever in Yu-Gi-Oh! We're talking Honest, JD's, Lightsworn's debut, just an overall great set. And Fossilon Pachycephalo has still seen play. Unlike the rest of the Lightsworn stuff, we could argue has fell off, this card has been used in stun decks throughout the history of Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh, you want to play in an old format? Cool. This card probably still play in an old format. It's insane if you think about it. This card is that warrior that still fights, and that's why I like Fossilon Pachycephalo. Now, Yes, it does have other versions. Ultra rare, I believe, has a super rare and a ton of commons. And in gold, but we don't count that. Fossil on Pachycephalo is definitely a card that a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players have slowly been gravitating towards. And if you want to just get your hands on copies, hey, listen, Duel Saga still has the cleanest ultra rare in the game. I'm putting my mark on that. That's a fact. And Fossil on Pachycephalo out of Duel Saga is only roughly around $2. Get some Italian ones. Look how clean that is. Let's see how it was. Pachycephalo Facile. Listen, gorgeous. Love it. I think this is a great card. I think it's a highly undervalued card in the game as far as Duel Saga Ultra Rare. Obviously, secret rares. Once again, if you want to play alternative formats of Yu-Gi-Oh!, there's a good chance this card's seen play in that format, by the way. And if you want to play current day, well, in stun decks, this card's still good. Infinite Impermanence. This card's going down in value. You can see over here in the chart. This is a 3-month chart, by the way. Let's zoom into a 1 month. Yeah, still going down in value. Why is that? Well, because Braves. Think about it. Unless you're playing a 60-card pile deck, which Infinite Impermanence will actually have good usage in that deck, it's not worth it for everybody else. Literally, everybody else doesn't need Infinite Impermanence in a 40-card deck. If your opponent goes first turn Brave package, and your only hand trap is Infinite Impermanence, you have a -1 out the gate. Think about it. You have to exchange with an Omni Negate. That's what Infinite Impermanence becomes against an Omni Negate. That's not really that good. This card right now, though, Ultimate Rare is roughly around $190. I'm going to predict this card's going to be going down in value unless players start playing ways to get use out of this card. And I'm talking like, once again, 60-card pile decks probably uses the best. There's a lot of ways. I'll probably explain that in another video. But as far as like how much value they get from Infinite Impermanence. But in a 40-card deck, once again, you need Imperm with something else. Ideally, Nibiru. But the price of this card's going to be going down, even though it's a beautiful looking Ultimate Rare. All right. Let's go ahead and look at OTS Tournament Pack 18. There's OTS set that literally looks in your face and says, you want to get Fusion Destiny. You want to get Fusion Destiny. Yes, there is Zeus. And yes, there's Ecclesia. Those are great cards. But those are literally the silver medal of great cards. Where Fusion Destiny is the gold medal. Let me explain. Really simple. Ecclesia and Zeus Ultimate Rare look really nice. I guarantee you. I haven't even seen the card. And I bet they look amazing. But nobody cares because they have Starlights. If you whip out an Ultimate Rare Zeus, I'm going to somehow have to take your Zeus and put my Starlight Zeus on top of it. Get disrespected and wrecked. That's what happens when you do with the Zeus. If you play Ecclesia, you're probably gonna lose that Yu-Gi-Oh. No, I mean, unless you're playing an Invoke package, an Invoke hybrid, which is kind of nice. Invoke's kind of nice, but like everything becomes to me is Abad's waiting room. That's what your deck tells me. And the Ultimate Rare Fusion Destinies, kind of nice, but that means you spend a lot of money early on. And why would you do that? Look at Ultimate Rare Fusion Destiny at OTS Tournament Pack 18. The price is going lower. Why? I mean, look at it. Once again, 150, 157, 158 roughly. The price at one point was 171. I remember when this price first debuted on the site, it was $200. Why is it going down? Well, a couple of reasons. We break this down easily. Number one, it's a 2-of, not a 3-of. Had it been a 3-of, it'd be 200 minimum, but now it's a 2-of, not a 3-of. That's number one. All right. Number two, this card's probably going to get hit in some way, shape, or form. DPE is insanely broken, and this card does not help. It is insane. It's an enabler to the highest degree. So, yeah, this is probably going to get hit for that as well. And number three, yeah, no, I mean, there's not much to say other than the fact that this card's insanely broken. But I will say, if you are looking to play Albaz, I know I keep going back to that, but this is going to be a tier 1 deck that will more than likely win Nationals. So I think it's kind of important for me to keep referencing that. If you talk about Albaz, the new Albaz builds don't play DPE at all. Yes, I know in the OCG they run Maxine and all that jazz. I get that. You're right, 100%. And maybe some beginning builds of Albaz will be running DPE. I know I'm going to try to integrate it if I can. Ultimately, it's not needed in the deck. You got to realize, this is a deck that runs super poly. Like, they don't care what you do. Oh, you went Verde Anaconda, brought out DPE with your Ultimate Rare Fusion Destiny? That's adorable. Super poly. Your board's broken now. Thanks for the other Dark Monster, by the way. Really appreciate it. Summon Albaz. Super Poly. Look at that. We're in the same place. I get more value. Thank you for your contribution to your service. It's just ridiculous. I will say though, OTS Tournament Pack 18 has a great super rares. Destiny or Dasher super rare is a great looking super rare. I once again, I don't know. It probably is. Yeah. Baby Ceratosaurus. What a great timing, Konami. I'm glad you did this right on time. Dino players, you don't get that card super rare until your deck's dead. Your deck's dead now? Check the pulse. Yeah, now you get it. Dino players, play a real deck. Go back and read the rule book. There's other decks in the game. Monk of the Tenyi. Once again, this would have been great in OTS Salon Pack 17 and 18. All right. Yeah, that's great. That's, you know, I'm glad you guys got the, you know, that's nothing. OTS Salon Pack 18 though does have a great super rare, which is Token Collector. Token Collector is a common and an ultra rare, and the ultra rare obviously being higher rarity, harder to get, but super rare Token Collector is still really good. So I kind of like that. Ogdata Token should have been OTS 16. Koraga Hercules means nothing. Kakamuchi Knight is a tech choice with PKs, and PKs are slowly pulling away from that. Contact C, kind of nice. I'm just looking at everything over here, kind of spitballing what we have here. Fair Knights of Break Sword is for PK players that don't want to pay money. No big deal. You paid enough already for the Brave Engine. All right. Let's look over here at Fallen Albaz. Now, Fallen Albaz is a card that if you're looking to play the Despia deck, you're going to need. Luckily for you, Albaz is a reprint in Ultra Rare, 28 cents. If you want the Secret Rare, it starts at $28. Bit of a change, a couple of zeros removed around. Dojo Salon's a good example of why Yu-Gi-Oh cards, if you don't look at them, are worth money. Dojo Salon, only printing at Eternity Code, which has been going up in value, is currently roughly around $24. That is crazy when you realize the fact that how many Dojo players do you know? Not many, probably. I like Madoches a lot, actually, but let's be honest, it's not a lot. Magician's Soul was a card we're talking about in the beginning. We referenced in the beginning of this video, with Illusion of Chaos. This card has since then went up. The price of it normally was roughly around 50. Now it's roughly around 60. Me, personally, I like the Ultra Magician Souls. There are German ones on here, roughly around $65. That looks kind of nice. Maybe that's me being biased. I just like the way it looks. And listen, Secret Magician Souls still look really nice. Nevertheless, the charts are showing both of them going up in value as 60 card decks are becoming more and more popular in the metagame. And then we have Predapan Tri-Overtum. This card actually is pretty nice. This card adds Legendary Duels and more Destiny. Might start seeing play. The price point of this card roughly is around $18 to $20. And the reason why I see it play, because all it requires is 3 Dark Monsters on the field. That's it. That's all it takes. Can you see a board with 3 Dark Monsters? Yeah. Oh yeah, we definitely can. And this card is pretty good. When you opponent for someone's monster or monsters from the extract, while you control this future summon card, quick effect, you can negate the summon if you destroy the monster. If your opponent controls a monster with a Predapan counter, you can special summon this card from your graveyard in defense position. It's silly because defense and attack equal the same. Alright, quit messing around. Let's look over here at some dot scrapers. There's only 4 listing of dot scraper Starfoil, and yeah, that's it. That's all there is. Now, listen, if you don't have dot scraper Starfoil, there's always a beautiful common dot scrapers. They're not bad still. If you're not paying money for Starfoil, no big deal. It's Starfoil. It's not like the end of the world. It's not like you got a super rare when it's like a platinum rare or a solid rare running around. You know what I'm saying? And they're like, oh, my deck's max rarity, super rare, and it's like platinum. Like this isn't that much of a difference. Starfoils have a trend of like getting bought out and getting really high in value, and then immediately taking soon afterwards. Kind of how they work, to be honest with you. That's why I don't really care about Starfoils as much. They look nice, but nobody cares. That's Starfoils. It ain't like Starlights. It ain't like Ultima Rares, where your opponent's gonna look and go, flex. It's Starfoil. Your opponent's gonna look and go, gross. I forgot how Konami made that rarity. But I will say Starscraper is going to be a good card. And the reason why I'm saying that is because I believe Cyber's L-Lit 60 card is a good deck. My buddy Bosch, Zohair Khan, went undefeated day 1 and only lost in the last round of day 2 in the top cut of the YCS, making his way all the way to top 8 with this deck. Another guy playing the Cyber's Eldritch deck as well, 60 card, also made a top cut. Cyber's Eldritch, and there's a couple of decks as well. Everyone's focusing on Punk, but having zero idea of the fact that there are decks out there that walk Punk like a dog, and embarrassingly walk. And one of them is Cyber's Eldritch. Another one, in my opinion, is also Plunder Patrol. Nobody knows about Plunder Patrol, but that deck's insane. That kid went undefeated throughout the entire YCS and Swiss with Plunder Patrols, and I gotta point this out, because this is actually just blow my mind. For anyone watching this video, just know that this YCS, there was an undefeated deck, and it was Plunder Patrol with the Brave Engine, which is broken. The fact that nobody realized Plunder Patrol is a meta deck is hilarious to me, because Plunder Patrols, little fun fact, is not only a meta deck, but it might arguably be one of the best decks in the game right now. Planet Patrol don't care about Gant and Cyflock. Your turn's our turn. My turn belongs to me, is what every Planet Patrol player plays. And if you think this deck is just going to lay over and die because your opponent threw a Scython, ooh, big scary, you're absolutely wrong, and you're losing the following turn on your turn. The amount of disrespect Planet Patrol does to Yu-Gi-Oh! Players is hilarious, broken, and downright dirty when you realize the fact that they're smoking you on your own turn with your cards in your hand. You maintain priority, they maintain them butt cheeks. That's what this deck does to you, and nobody knows about it, which is hilarious. Little fun fact, you're going to lose to Planet Patrol if you have no idea what this deck does. Just a little throwing it out there. As far as Dot Scraper and Cyber's Eldritch, it's another deck that looks at a base deck which arguably did win the YCS and slapped the deck right upside its head. I'm just throwing out there, the best deck in the game isn't what you think. Just because the YCS shows you this deck got first place doesn't mean this deck can hold its water against Cyber's Eldritch and Planet Patrol. I would argue those two decks kind of have a really good matchup against the base deck. Though I will say base deck is a very good deck and definitely tier 1, these other decks are insane as well. And a lot of you players are going to slowly start realizing that the more time we have throughout these upcoming weeks. Keep an eye on for it. Anyway, I really appreciate you guys watching my videos. It's your boy V. You must have a great day.